Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Raw. Raw. Oh, hey, how you guys doing today, man? Hope everything's going all right, going good. You guys are working on getting those massive arms. Being swole, yeah. Well, hopefully you guys are getting that stuff done, because if you're not doing it, then stop eating all the freaking Krispy Kremes, get off your butts, and let's get moving, because what? Summertime's around the corner. You got to start looking sexy. Well, come on, let's get moving. Woo! Bah! 10 easy ones. Oh yes, oh yes. Feeling good today, doing all right. Had a good weekend. Got to work on some hot rods. Got to build some horsepower. Oh yeah, do you like that? Do you like that? Pow, pow, what's that? You like that? Oh, we got more for you, buddy. Oh yeah, brother. Stay tuned. Woohoo! Yeah, hi baby. Yeah. Trying to spot me. Yeah. Good girl though. Yeah, I know. Rub my butt. Come on, Dad, rub my butt. I haven't seen you in like 9 hours. Rub my butt. Sometimes the dog does that too. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Apparently she doesn't find it funny. Hi, sweet pea. Yeah. Whew. Ah. Obviously, not going for super duper crazy heavy in that sense. 12 good ones, 275. Keep your feet up. Put the focus on the triceps. Or if you want to be able to incorporate more of like your bench style to where you're working on just that drive and that power of just really popping through the triceps like a punch, put your feet down and concentrate a little bit more like a punch. Many ways to do it, but what's the biggest thing? Making sure you get underneath the bench and you guys are actually doing it. Am I right?
Yep.
Wasn't that convincing? Yep. I agree. All right, you guys. I'm going to put you on pause. Oh. So Scott, why are you doing them that way, man? Don't you know? That's not the way you do a hammer skull crusher. Okay, well, I'm not doing hammer skull crushers. What I'm doing is a combination of a pull through and a skull crusher. Why? I'm going to tell you. So what it's going to do is, as I'm rolling, normally when we do skulls, we're right here. We're nice and tight. The elbows are not perfectly straight up. They're kind of aiming down, right? And we're banging them out that way. Well, when you're getting ready to bench press, you're pulling it off, and the stability within this area, this helps with it. It also helps with the explosiveness off the initial hit of your bench press. So when you roll back to here, and you get those elbows kind of up. I'm not rolling all the way back to here, but I'll roll it back, and then it's here when it hits dead levels pointing straight up, then I fire it. So it's boom, and then back down, boom, and then back down. It's going to allow you to do a little bit more weight because it is partial throw. But again, the reason why this works and is effective for the bench press is what I just said. So at that point, give them a try. That way, before you start going, Scott, don't you know that it... Do a little research, give them a try, see if it helps your bench press. So, enough jibber jabbering. That was 65s. I'm going to go up. I might as well leave the old record button on for a little bit longer. Oh, we got Jenny doing a little bit of squats. So, why don't we go over here and do a little something, something.
3, 2,
4. Another 4. We are 8 weeks out. 8 weeks out from the Northern National Powerlifting World Universal Olympic Championships.
there's something.
That's one hell of a big medal, I can tell you that right now.
It's just a regular old powerlifting meet. Wow.
So, but like I said, we're 8 weeks out. We got 250 for 4. Cheer on, because we can hear you through the camera. Ah. Oh yeah, with anticipation. Oh, that's right. All right, come on. This is working time. Big belly breath. Push against that belt. Beautiful. Nice. Easy one. Nice. This is actually better than the last set. 2 more. Nice. You had a slight tip on that one going forward. Don't worry about it though. Keep the back tight. Keep it tight, tight, tight. Straight down. Nice. Done. Oh yes. 4 good ones at 250. So we're moving up. We're hoping to get into the low 300s by the time of the show. So you guys hopefully will be sticking around, and we'll be, well, we can't do a live feed. I think we might take it back. I could do a live feed, but I got to figure out how the hell to do it. Haha. But we will be covering it, and you guys will be able to see William and Jenny both hitting them down there. But 250 is good for 4. We're going to keep going up from there. And I tell you what, I've had enough rest.
Your turn?
Yep. So, oh yeah. So we're gonna add a little bit more weight to him. Come on. Whew. All right. Well, time to catch a little air, so it's going to be back on pause. Oh, where's Scott? Is he hiding? I don't know. Booga booga booga! Ah, did I get you? Ah, I scared you. I scared you. Oh, come on, man. This can't always be dead serious. Okay, let's lift some weights. Come on, man. We gotta have some fun. Always gotta make it fun. All right, so now we are jumping up a little bit, and I'm not talking. We're doing jumping jacks. We're bumping her up. We're up to 280 now. So now we're going to have a little bit of fun. Now this is going to be bar speed.
Single?
It's going to be a single, but I want to track bar speed. Since we're about 8 weeks in, we can keep things going hefty. I like to keep things kind of heavy, you know, in that 9 to about the 4th week. is where you really can start cranking at it. And then at that point, we stop trying to max out or stay in that 95, 97% to where now we can just get quality. But we are in the mix right now. Come on. One good one. Tighten it up. Belt tight. Chest strong. Straight up. Done.
I don't know if I went down on that one. Might be iffy on depth on that one.
Well, you got to feel the...
I know, I bounced, or try using the bounce, but I don't know if I went down far enough.
Right.
I felt like I stopped myself.
Well,
It moved,
we will have to
but
review the tape. You guys are already going to know it before we do if she actually hit full depth or not. You can hit it in the comments. And now I'm going to do one more set. Oh, should I go heavier? Why not? Should we damn near... Let's try some 95s.
it felt good, but...
Ooh, feeling it already in the triceps. But... Oh, yeah. Looks like I only got 3 with 95s. But, whew, you gotta push it to see where you're at. So hopefully in about another week or 2, instead of getting 3 there, hopefully I'll get about 5 there. Work your way up to where you can get 8. Try to get 10. Eventually try to get up to the 105s. But, this being midway through, already doing all my narrow grips. I did my, come on, big breath. Break that belt all the way down. Push as hard as you can against that belt. Hard as you can. Come on, hard as you can, hard as you can, hard as you can. Go, 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 go. Beautiful. Here we go. Sweet.
A lot heavier than the 280.
You had a little tip forward. As soon as you were at the hole and you went to go up, I saw you go, you brought the hips back instead of keeping the weight on top of the hips and driving up. There was a little rip to set yourself.
I felt it, and that's why I didn't let it go any further than what it did.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the biggest tips. I mean, even for these guys, that's one of the biggest tips. You hitting that hole, and you think everything's going great. You're nice and strong. You're holding everything steady, and all of a sudden you get right to the bottom, and you feel your hips go rip. If your hips roll back at any point, you're losing so much strength. I mean, your butt is super, super strong. At that point, what are you relying on?
Back.
Exactly. That's when you guys start squatting, it's like, man, when I squat, I get a ton of pain in my lower back. Well, think about it. Your butt's sticking so far back, the only way to hinge is to throw the lower back into it. And the hips don't come in until about now. So at that point, from the bottom until you're about here is when you're actually using your glutes and your hips. That's where a lot of people will just keep going forward and going forward and going forward. When you're going down, make sure that you feel your nose is moving in a straight line. If all of a sudden you're going and you feel like you're diving, that right there is telling you you have a problem. That you're actually sticking your butt back and you're leaning forward. Don't do that. You might not notice it on light weights because they're light weights. You have more control. Your core and all that stuff, can handle that. But when you're at the point of like this for Jenny, I would say is like 98% crushers. And then I moved into here. Whew, still battling with a little bit of that fatigue, but still trying to push and grind. Holy shit. All right. Well, how'd that feel for you? It moved
Felt
good.
I questioned how deep I went.
I mean, to me, it looked like you had at least 2 or 3 in you.
It moved great.
Yeah.
I questioned depth in my head, so I don't know.
Oh, I know. So let's go.
One of those.
Yeah. All right. We're going to try 300. Just to see if she's back in the game. If we're 8 weeks out and she's hitting 300, we're doing all right. because
You put on 35?
35, 2.5. Because at this point, when she ended up setting her state record in Masters, and she's actually going down a weight class. So in the weight class above this, in Masters, I mean, she pretty much hit 320. So we're looking at it going, all right, if you can drop a weight class and then still maintain the strength that you had, you know, in essence, you're pound for pound, you're stronger. You still have the same strength, you're just a little bit lighter, which is, hey man, that's not a bad thing. That tells me you're putting on more quality muscle. And that's kind of the name of the game. So if she's hitting 300 by 8 weeks out, you know, with the right training and all that, we should be able to get her back to the game. So that's kind of what's going on. So the 280 moved good. If you can do 3 at 280, you should be 305. And after seeing that first one, we all know she had another one in the tank. So, you know, and how nice is it when you finally get 3 plates on there and you're squatting that, or you're benching that, or you're deadlifting it, or in my case, you're curling it. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, but you know, it's always good to get that next big plate on. So we're gonna get it back there. You know, mark my words, here in a couple of weeks, you guys will see that 45 plate go on, and eventually we want to get it to where she's getting some reps again. The best she's ever gotten was 330. And that was, you know, a gym lift. That wasn't at competition. So there is a definite difference there, just like bench pressing and everything else. But hopefully we can get there. So, all right. You ready? You need a little bit more of a rest.
Give me a minute.
All right. So, for all you middle-aged people out there, because yes, we are middle-aged, as you can tell, percent. And at that point, now you're going to start noticing things coming undone. When she did the 280, everything seemed tight. There was nothing that was given a red flag. So if you don't have any red flags, move forward. Let's see if we can keep that bar path or that bar speed going, and yes, the bar path going. And that's what she noticed it. And the better you get, your self-coach gets, then you start realizing those things. Then you start knowing how to make those corrections. If you're just going, just nonchalant, and you're just letting all that stuff happen, you don't know it, and you think that that's what you're supposed to be doing. But once you start making the corrections and you do it and you feel it correct, where it's like, man, everything was locked in and I felt good, then you start noticing where, oh man, I'm coming unhinged, this isn't working right, this isn't working right. Then you can start to make those corrections, video it, record it, and then you can go from there. Doing videos, you know, besides just for entertainment and showing you guys what to do, we go back and we watch these to be able to see what we're doing wrong and try to make those corrections to become a better lifter. Yes, and even our old age, even in your middle age and all that stuff, you have to keep wanting to be better. Once you finally settled in on something, you're not going to try that hard anymore. You always have to keep, you know, the carrot out in front of you. You got to keep driving forward. So, again,
I felt it.
Yeah.
And I could tell.
But you didn't keep going. And that's one of the big things where people will start to go and then they just keep going.
I've done it.
Yeah.
But that was the point. I felt it and I went, oh shit.
And you didn't let it go any farther.
No, because I tried to correct it, and then it puts it where it needs to be, and then I went up. But that's the first time I think I've hit 300 pounds since before my last meet. It's
been months.
Yeah.
It's been months since we've done it, just because we've just been getting back into getting the technique right. So.
That's not bad for the first time touching 300 pounds since November.
Something like that. So, we are going to go back to a paused moment. So, when you guys are doing calves, one of the big things that a lot of people have problems with. So many times I keep hearing, I can't grow calves. I can't build a set of calves. Genetically, I'm blah, 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 blah. And it's funny how so many people talk about that they can't grow calves, they can't do it, they can't do it. It must be a really rare thing to be able to grow calves. Now, with that being said, and the sarcasm that you can hear in my voice, a lot of times with people that when I watch them do calves, either one, they're not getting enough stretch, two, they're pushing off with an odd portion of the foot. And one of the big things that I always tell people is, you know, a lot of times people say you got to go ducked, pigeon-toed, you got to do all these different types of things. Okay, well, when you do this, when your feet are opened like this and you start going, what are you pushing off of? Big toe. When you clock here, what are you pushing off of? Pinky toe. Okay, well, try this instead, because this is also something that, you know, it'll hurt your ankles and mobility, and you might not have mobility to do these things. So when you're doing it, try to keep your feet normal. Keep them just dead normal. And when you go up, try to either go outward towards the pinky toe, or you put the focus on the big toe. And what that's going to do is, that's either going to hit inner or outer. That's pretty much about it. Make sure you get enough stretch at the bottom. And, you know, I'm just warming up right now, you guys. But make sure you get enough stretch at the bottom so you feel that deep stretch. And there's a couple of versions I like. You can either come all the way up and really squeeze and get it that way, because, I mean, if you just sit and do this type of stuff, you're not going to get it. What you can do is then go halfway, or where your foot would be level, and then think of a jump, and then back down. So you kind of set it, jump, come back down. All of a sudden really torque in and get a good squeeze right there on that side portion of your calf, all right? So I'm going to go grab a little bit more weight, and we're going to hit calves a little bit better. And don't neglect your calf. Guys, come on. And girls out there. One of the things is your calves should be relatively the same size as whatever your arms are, just to look proportionately right. Now, am I in proportion? No, I'm not. Because I have like 18.5-inch calves, and I got a 20 and almost 20.5-inch arm. So it looks out of whack. And it's really bad if you see somebody with, you know, big arms like what I got, and they have calves that are like the size of my forearm, where it's like you got 16-inch calves. It just looks weird. It looks really, really weird. You can build your calves. Calves are one of those things that they react well. You can do them more than once a week, even twice a week. I do them twice a week. I do them on arm day. You can do them a couple of times a week, because just like forearms, you use them all the time. You're using them every day. They're very resilient. The muscle fibers themselves are different than what would be in your bicep or in your pecs or even in your quadriceps. If you had to think about it, they're almost grainier, if that makes sense. They're just a different muscle fiber, and they're built to make us jump, make us walk, make us run. They need to be more resilient. So that means you get to beat the shit out of them even more. So I'm going to go grab a little bit more weight here, and we're going to keep on trucking. But Jen's going to come over and do some, she's got to do some, leg extensions.
Leg extensions or another set of squats?
You need to do leg extensions.
Oh, I thought it was used.
I know, but that's why I had you go to maximum. And I forgot to hit the record button, but that's why I had you go to maximum with the 255.
Oh, I thought it was that and then drop back down.
But time-wise,
Okay.
so
I'm
we're
not
gonna.
arguing.
I know, but time-wise, we got to get you on leg extensions. So we're gonna put her on leg extensions. Obviously, I'm jumping on calves. I got legs tomorrow. So again, when you're doing this, and calves, I also notice you don't have to sit here and try to like max your calves out. It's not the same as like your biceps and your pecs. You don't have to max the calves out. It's short rest time. I noticed that works out real good, short rest times. And obviously I'm explaining things to you guys, which is making it go a little bit longer. But the short rest periods, and then heavy weight, lots of reps. You know, if you're sitting here with like just a pair of 45s and you think you're going to get, you know, big calves, it's not going to happen.
Sound like you're ringing church bells.
There's 20 with 4 plates. So at that point, now I can start feeling them come into game. Woo! I can feel them gripping in after about 15. Like I say, if you want to grab 45s, and yes, I need to still fix that bar.
Looks like it's getting worse.
We're gonna find out.
I usually put 25s on it.
Well, that's the only thing that's gonna fit. Like I say, I had a 5 underneath the bench, but yeah, just to start off. Mooning the camera.
Yeah, not the first time.
Alrighty.
Okay, go to the side, not the. Where's our little clip so it don't slide off?
Grab it off here. Grab it off the easy bar.
Just so it don't.
Don't slide. Slide, slide, slippity slide. Going down the east on 45.
Yeah, you went back to the 90s on that one, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Just right over here.
I know, but I usually have that to go up against. Oh, that's really light.
Mm-hmm.
You should say that, but.
That's because the camera's on. It's too freaking light, man.
No, it is actually pretty light.
All right. Oh, that's beautiful burning glory right there. Like the phoenix. Ah! He saved every one of us.
Well, okay then.
Flash. He saved every one of us. He's just a man.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Oh, it's Flash fucking Gordon.
Yep.
Queen.
Sure.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt of lightning, very, very frightening me. Come on. Galileo Figaro. And you make a ho. Ah.
Yep. Make me question you some days.
What? My loyalty?
Not your loyalty, what you take when I'm not around.
Oh, well. That's just for me and the fellow viewers out there to know what I... Hey,
What's
it's Queen. There's nothing wrong with Queen.
What's
They got
in
good
your
rock
creatine that I don't know about?
Oh. Nitric oxide,
Yeah.
BCAAs, creatine, and then I have my,
Water?
well, I mix it with my Gatorade or my Powerade, and then before that I have my 26 to 30 grams of protein. That way I'm ready to rock and roll. Yeah, here we go, you ready? Yeah, you ready to get bumped? Yeah.
I could do without the spit, please, Arnold.
Sorry, I'm so excited. Must be the creatine spit. Yeah, help make you grow. Yeah, get your deltoids.
Knock
you
it
get
off,
the big
I'm getting-
pectoral muscles. Yeah, the quadriceps. Yeah. Stop giving me the loop, Maria.
Enough.
Yeah. You want me to stop? Give me 20. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
6, 7.
All right.
I didn't make it to 20, but I did 15.
Whoa. Oh. Oh. Woo. Oh. They burn like hellfire.